Hey guys, just want to take a quick second. It's often said that when Yeshua was on the cross, he was saying that the Father had forsaken him or turned his back on him. When he said, my God, why have you forsaken me?" But in reality, what Yeshua was doing was he was quoting Psalm 22. He's employing a common method that when a rabbi quoted the first phrase of a scripture, everyone else referred to that entire passage to understand what was trying to be conveyed. And so when he quoted Psalm 22, which begins as, my God, why have you forsaken me? Far from my deliverance are the words of my groaning." He was calling upon the observer to look at the entire passage. And if you continue through that passage, it says in verse 4, "In you our fathers trusted. They trusted, and you delivered them. To you they cried out and were delivered. In you they trusted and were not disappointed." You see, Yeshua knew that he would be raised from the dead, that he could look upon Yahweh and entrust that he would be raised from the dead. And he continues down in verse 12. "Many bulls have surrounded me. Strong bulls of Bashan have encircled me. They open wide their mouths at me as a ravening and roaring lion. I am poured out like water. All my bones are out of joint. My heart is like wax. It is melted within me. My strength is dried up like a potsherd, and my tongue cleaves to my jaws. And you lay me in the dust of death. For dogs have surrounded me. A band of evildoers has encompassed me. They pierced my hands and my feet." This is key here. "They pierced my hands and my feet," referring to his own crucifixion that he was enduring. "I can count all my bones. They look, they stare at me. They divide my garments among them, and for my clothing they cast lots." This is what was happening to Yeshua during the crucifixion. They took his clothing and cast lots to divide it among themselves. They pierced his hands and feet to the cross. And so when Yeshua quoted Psalm 22, he was showing that he was the Messianic fulfillment of this prophecy. And he knew that he would be raised. And so he says, verse 19, "But you, Yahweh, be not far off. O you, my help, hasten to my assistance. Deliver my soul from the sword, my only life from the power of the dog. Save me from the lion's mouth, from the horns of the wild oxen. You answer me. You answer me." So, Yahweh never abandoned his son Yeshua, who was Yahweh in the flesh, the fullness of the Godhead, who dwelt in bodily form, the word of Yahweh, the Memra. And so I just want to encourage you that as you're reading that passage, look at what Yeshua was quoting and what he was saying that he was fulfilling in that very moment.